Hey guys, in today's lesson video, I'm going to talk about how to hit our wedge a lot better. So anything from around 30 to around 70 yards, in that area where a lot of people struggle, let's talk about how to make solid contact with the wedge. So any control shot with the wedge, we want to learn how to make solid contact. So what we have to realize first is that a lot of these golfers today, they try to help the golf ball up in this manner. But what tends to happen is that because of the wedge, it's kind of designed like an iron, but not really. So what we have to realize is that there's a lot of loft on the club head. And if we try to help it up in the air and try to get into this scoop motion, what's gonna happen is that we're gonna either bottom out too early and hit fat, or we're going to come and hit on top of the golf ball, and we're gonna top the golf ball and the golf ball is just gonna roll out in front. Or even if we make solid contact, since we're in this scoop motion right here, we're gonna go right underneath the golf ball, and the golf ball is gonna go up in the air, but it's not gonna travel a far distance. So if you ever have one of those shots where you're trying to hit around 50 yards, but once you hit it, especially out of the rough, once you hit it, it only goes around half the distance. That's why we wanna get rid of this helping the ball up in the air motion. We wanna get rid of that completely. What we have to realize is that even with the wedge, if you try to hit slightly down on the golf ball, then what happens is that we're going to hit down on the golf ball, and the golf ball is then going to roll up the club face. Once we hit down, the golf ball is going to then roll up the club face, and then it's going to launch in the air. So if you want to have a chance of the golf ball launching up into the air, we want to hit slightly down on the golf ball. So in today's lesson video, what we're going to do is we have to learn how to feel the weight of the club and how to get the club head to drop and hit the ground. So what we're going to do is we're literally going to have, out of a scale of 1 to 10, around a 1% grip pressure, and we're going to really relax our wrist as well. And from this position, you could call it a cast, you could do whatever you could call it whatever you want, but we're going to feel the weight of the golf club going up and down, and then we're going to allow the club head to hit the ground behind me towards my right foot in this manner, as if we were just having an axe and we're just trying to get a down below motion, as if we're going to chop wood down in this manner. And from this position, what we have to realize is that now we're feeling the weight of the golf club, and we're feeling the club head make contact with the ground. And that's the type of feel you need with the wedge. Not so much with an iron, but with the wedge, you want to feel the weight of the club head, and you want to feel this down motion, and you want to feel the club head smack the ground. And all we have to do from here is do the same motion, feel the club head touching the ground so we don't top the golf ball, and we just have to add rotation from here. So it's going to look something like this. We're going to hit the ground, hit the ground, hit the ground like this, and we're going to make solid contact every single time. So what I did there was, the first time I hit the ground, I didn't add any body rotation. So it was just very far off towards my right foot. Then I added a little bit of body rotation, a little bit more, and then what happens there is, at the last swing, I added a lot more body rotation, and that's what allowed the back of the club to run into the back of the ball, and that's how I launched my wedges up in the air and got that solid contact. So if you guys liked the lesson video, please like and subscribe to help my channel grow. And if you're struggling with wedges, please try this drill out. So once again, what it is from the face-on golf swing, I'm just letting the golf club go and hit the ground behind me. And then from here, I'm going to hit the ground, then add a little bit body rotation, hit the ground, and then the last body rotation, I'm going to hit the golf ball. So try this out, and for online lessons or in-person lessons, I'll leave all the information in the description below. Thanks, guys.